people are demanding more and more energy. And so in order to create the energy, we're burning fossil fuels, which is putting that carbon dioxide into the air. I think what makes me angry is when people who are not informed and don't understand science try to spread false scientific conclusions or make scientists look bad to further their own political agenda. So we call this the Duke FACE site, and FACE is an acronym for Free Air Carbon Dioxide Enrichment. By our having a project out here in the woods instead of a project in a greenhouse that's looking at CO2 effects, we can actually study how future forests are going to respond to these natural phenomena. We have 8 plots, circular plots, research plots of trees out here set up in this forest. And in 4 of those plots, we're adding an additional 200 parts per million CO2 over and above current ambient conditions. Each plot is surrounded by 16 metal towers that hold upright 32 white PVC vent pipes. And the air or CO2 air mixture is blown out of those vent pipes into the plot. That the important thing that we're studying here is carbon. Carbon dioxide, a very powerful and important greenhouse gas. You see a lot of pink flags. Pink flags are where samples of soil, cores of soil, little cylinders have been taken and they're taken back to the lab and sorted for roots. See some purple flags scattered out here. And the purple flags are where we have taken samples of soil for nitrogen cycling. You may see some green flags scattered out there where we've done some invertebrate, insect, and spider and centipede, millipede, these kinds of things. Above ground, we've got steel bands wrapped around each tree. The band is spring-loaded, has a scale on it, and so when the tree grows, the spring stretches, the scale slides, and every 2 weeks an assistant and I come out and we read these bands. I've got 1,000 trees banded out here. We have not found a strong buildup of carbon that's being long-term stored in the soil. It's better to have the forest than to not have it, but what we need to find cleaner ways of producing energy and stop putting the CO2 into the atmosphere from the source rather than just planting more trees. And the Earth is a giant buffer system, but the rate at which we're putting CO2 into the atmosphere, we're already starting to see dramatic changes with global warming and melting of the ice shelves in the polar regions, things like that. There's going to be a lot of really dramatic changes if we don't do something quickly. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I want her to be able to enjoy the things that I've enjoyed, whether she gets interested in nature or outdoor hiking or just wanting to be able to drink clean water out of a tap and breathe air when she goes outside. And we need to preserve these things for future generations.